and welcome to Qatar 365, the show that gives you an inside look around Doha and beyond. I'm Miranda Ratti, and on this episode, it's all about the power of cars.
Coming up, we get fast and furious at a drag race, meet luxury supercar enthusiasts, and find out how it went when Qatar hosted its first ever Formula One.
This is Qatar Racing Club, which organises the country's national drag and drift championships. Drag and drift are both serious sports. Cars can reach speeds of more than 500 kilometres per hour and cross finish lines in seconds. And right now, the drivers are gearing up for the National Street Drag Finals. Let's take a look.
Drag racing, which pits two cars and drivers against each other, is one of the world's most exciting motorsports. And it's big in Qatar. Mechanics work hard to get each high-performance car race ready, while officials ensure track conditions are safe.
Drag racing, it takes a lot of experience. Most of it is the safety and there's the preparation for the track to race on. It's more exciting than any other racing.
Woo! And I even get to experience some of that excitement myself.
Wow, that was an adrenaline rush. And well, for me, that was just an awesome ride. For drivers like Mr. Atat, it's about so much more. Right, should we go for one more spin?
The drivers have so much to think about. Building traction, suspension tricks, and getting a fast enough start that they can cross the finish line first. But over and above the technical skills, it seems the best drag racers have something a little extra.
Drag racing is about either you have it or either you don't. It's all about feeling. You cannot bring somebody and teach him if he don't have the feeling for it.
For the Atats, drag racing runs in the family.
I started when I was 16, when they introduced the junior drag racing team in Qatar Racing Club, and me and my sisters, we were the first females to start here in Qatar racing, so it was really exciting for us.
But the club doesn't just hold drag competitions. Abdullah Al-Motaseb runs Brothers Team for Drift. He's been drifting since 2016 and competes regularly at Qatar Racing Club and across the region. Drivers are judged on their ability to hold the line, the angle of the car, driving finesse and speed.
When you are behind the wheel, your feeling it should be 100% with each part in the car. So you have to feel with the tires, with the engine, with the steering wheel, with the gear shifter.
Abdullah also owns an auto shop where he repairs the cars before and after competitions. Qatar's weather conditions mean car maintenance is vital.
We got some issues with the overheat in the car. So this is one of the most important points which we have to focus on it when we drive the car on the track.
And for drivers and spectators alike, drag and drift races offer a thrilling ride like no other.
Formula One has announced a 10-year multi-race deal that will see Qatar regularly host the F1 from 2023. Lusail International Circuit has held the MotoGP Bike Championships since 2004. So how has it adapted to have race cars on the track? To find out, I spoke to Amro Al-Hamad, Executive Director of the Qatar Motor and Motorcycle Federation, part of the initial team who brokered the deal.
So the changes to the circuit itself or the layout has not been touched, but we just enhanced some of the safety features to meet the standards of the International Federation for Cars.
And there's so much more than just the actual race itself. What else is on offer for fans?
So we had fan zones, we had air shows, we had a lot of fireworks, and it was more of an experience, more than just a sportive event for people to attend.
What is it, in your opinion, that sets Formula One apart and makes it one of the most exciting sports in the world?
I would call it a celebration more than just a sport. There's a lot of aspects involved in it. And I would say that some series that came out lately, like Netflix, Drive to Survive, has added more of a human sense or a human feeling to the spectators of what happens behind the lines. Before, in the past, people used only to see the racing on the track, and they related only to drivers driving cars. So I would say that motorsports or Formula One is being now celebrated more than just a sport or motor cars that are being raced on a racetrack.
You hope to inspire the next generation with a karting academy in Qatar. Tell us a little bit about that.
So even before we managed to land the deal with Formula One to host the race in Qatar, we have been looking into the grassroots of motorsports and how is it that we can bring the next Nasser Al Attiyah into the lights. We have initiated a new branch, which is the Karting Academy. We are now collecting a lot of enthusiasts at a younger age to actually build them up or draw the path for them to become professional racing drivers in the future.
From Ferraris to McLarens, rare supercars casually cruising the streets are a regular sight in Doha. But what drives the passion for luxury cars? Scheherazade Ghafour has the story.
An elite club meeting at special events like these in the fastest models on the market. We spoke to Lamborghini fan Mohammed Al-Khabaisi to find out more.
Mohammed, tell me what is underneath this cover here.
This is a Lamborghini Countach 89.
Wow.
One of the rarest cars in Doha. When I was a kid, I love cars. I like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, so I have a passion, like good hobby for this one. I want to do a club in Doha, and I started Elite Supercars in 2014.
He is just one of many car enthusiasts in the country whose hobby is collecting rare and exotic supercars like this one, a Lamborghini Aventador SV. Now let's go and meet some of the other car collectors.
The driver of this 2022 Ferrari SF90 Stradale was won over by its technological advancements, a streamlined hybrid model powered by a twin-turbo V8 engine and 3 electric motors.
My first supercar was a BMW M5. I feel like I'm driving a powerful car. I love to hear the engine sound. We're thinking about going to Europe, America, Asia, traveling the world, you know, cruising around the world.
And soon, even more of these sports cars will be hitting the tarmac.
We are now the official McLaren retailer in Doha. We are in the Qatari market now, advancing a lot. And it's not just for the car buyers or the car owners. Actually, it's much more than that. There are a lot of design elements in the cars. There are a lot of interesting engineering in the cars. And it's always great to share it with all the people, older people, younger people, kids.
And not just for the owners, it's clear these speedy supercars also bring joy to avid admirers who dream of someday owning one themselves.
Cars have always been a huge part of Qatar's culture. From a love of American muscle cars in the 60s and 70s to a growing pivot towards lower emissions and an awareness of safety regulations, the evolution of the motor industry here speaks volumes. And there are some places that offer a true trip down memory lane and an insight into cars and Qatar itself.
Sheikh Faisal bin Qasim Al Thani's museum holds more than 600 cars. From some of the earliest motorized vehicles, like this 1900 Benz Ideal, to some of the most expensive of their time. Walking through the museum is the ultimate history lesson.
Cars are symbolizing the human ingenuity of people who manufactured the car to do what? To shorten distances between places, between people, and most importantly, to create bridge among civilizations.
This Chrysler was customized with special safety features for chauffeuring the fourth ruler of Qatar. And this Dodge Power Wagon was a common hunting vehicle in the 1940s. Then there are the cars that provide insight into a much more recent past.
What stands out here is that the car became the symbol of resilience in Qatar. We know that Qatar got affected by the blockade in 2017, and the museum itself decided to open this car, to leave it to the public to sign up.
And these classics inspire many other collectors, like Isa Nasser Al-Kabi, who built this boutique museum on his family's 100-year-old farm.
My late father bought me this car in 1991 when I was young. I sold it years ago and then rebought it when I luckily found it after searching. Hadn't realised then how rare it was to have an immaculate and functioning Range Rover. Throughout the years, car manufacturers have evolved their safety measures. Of course, the newer cars have seatbelts and airbags, but many of the cars you see here don't even have seatbelts. What's interesting is, despite that, the older the car, the more expensive it becomes.
Even in the country, as a foreigner, you can see that their history means a lot to them, and looking at these cars, it always brings a little bit of history.
Bridging a century, there are vintage vehicles from the past in these museums, as well as one-of-a-kind customised models. And every car has something to tell us, from technological evolutions and safety care to design.
We've learned so much about the motor scene in Qatar, from the hard work and dedication it takes to become a drag and drift racing champion, to the passion behind keeping the car culture alive for a new generation. And that's all we have time for on this episode. But if you have any questions, do reach out via our hashtag Qatar365. Thanks for watching. Check out Euronews.com for more and join us again next time on Qatar 365.